Yo, so I wanted to look at some film breakdown from this game, and I went to every single SGA shot because I think this will be really interesting for people to see how the Spurs guard this. And so hopefully I don't get any copyright because I don't think you're necessarily supposed to do this, but we're going to do it. So the first clip is a pick and roll clip from Shai Gilgeous Alexander. Wemby's playing drop coverage here, as you can see. Isaiah Hartenstein's going to roll. Stephon Castle recovers really well because Wemby stays there long enough to let Stephon get back. So then Stephon gets in front of him, and I mean, really, you also see Champagny and Gap. So Shea can't just like take this driving lane right here because Champagny's in hard gap right here, and then Shea has to settle for a super contested midi, and I mean that's just really hard to make even if you are the MVP of the league. Um, huh. So this didn't really show the clip, but I will say this: this is something that happened a lot in the game. Watch, because Wemby's on the floor and they have Wemby, the amount of like insanely good contests that Spurs players can get on Shai Gilgeous Alexander because they're not really worried about getting beat because they have gap help and Wembanyama in the paint. Every single contest, every single shot he takes, it will be heavily contested. I'm telling you. But I mean, as you see, super heavily contested. It didn't really show the process in that one, but that's all right. Okay, this one we can go slow on this one. So it's transition. Wemby's trailing the play, so I mean for Shea, you should probably try to go get a shot. I don't know if he does or not. We'll see what happens. So now you get to this point where Wemby's kind of recovering. You see Keldon, he is fully over here. Champagne's fully over here. You got two guys full attention on him right here. Let's see what he does. So Keldon actually goes to Chet. Shea makes that's actually a really nice move on Champagne. Okay, that's just a great shot. See, this is the type of play that Shea needs to do more often. Try to get these type of shots. That's an absolutely amazing shot for him and a good look. Even if he misses, he makes it. But that was really good from him. This one, another pick and roll play. You see though, they got Wemby on the help side. See, Keldon actually just doesn't get over. That's probably a mistake, but maybe not because they're just gonna funnel it towards Wemby. But I mean, Wemby's gonna get over. I mean, that's a solid shot for Shea. It's a solid attempt. Can't get to the rim because Wembanyama's down there, but that's not a terrible attempt for Shea. He just misses it. But again, that just kind of shows Wemby's impact. The fact that he had a wide open lane and has to shoot a contested midi because and I mean Wemby allows him to get back in the play. Okay, this Shea over here. Let's see how they guard this. So they do a dribble handoff. They kind of both give attention to Shea, and then they almost both go back. So that was actually a miscommunication there by them. But watch Dylan Harper here. He's guarding Casey Wallace. He's gonna be fully in gap here. He is not gonna let Shea get this driving lane at all. I guarantee it. Yep. So Shea, that's a pretty good shot though for Shea. That's a pretty good move. I like that look. He just missed it. So far, Shea's actually playing fairly well. San Antonio's giving him some troubles defensively, but he's getting some pretty good shots. He just missed some shots that he normally makes, but let's see here. So Wemby is on the floor guarding, I think that's Case and Wallace. We'll see. There's a lot of times where Shea actually got by Stephon Castle, but Wemby's here. We'll see what happens here. No, he has to take a heavily contested midi because he sees Wemby come over. He knows that he can't drive on Wembanyama here, so he has to take a severe look at this. Can I go back? Let me go back even more. Look at Shea. He looks up. Oh my gosh. Let me go back in. He looks up. He's seeing Wembanyama running over. So he just settles for that super heavily contested mini. I mean that is just Wembanyama impact right there. Okay, let's see here. You have Wembanyama and help right here, but it's hard for Wemby can't actually really help on this one because he has a same side corner and it's J-Dub. So we'll see how this plays out. But look at Champagny. Like I assume Champagny's on Wallace. He's just gonna make sure Shea doesn't have a driving lane here. So he has to take another contested midi. Look at that. Look at this on this play. Hold on, let me go to the beginning. This is Champagne. He's guarding Wallace, right? He sees Shai start to make that drive. He just stands in his driving lane. So then Shai can't have the driving lane. Wemby actually gets a good contest on that too, which is crazy. Just insane defense from them. This is another pick and roll play. Actually, it looks like Shai's going to refuse this. Stephon Castle looks like he's on case, and I doubt he guards him here. Champagne is guarding J-Dub, but J-Dub's not really in a shooting situation. Oh, he actually doesn't help. God, I need to stop doing that. Doesn't help. Oh, wow. Oh, that's not even a shot from Shai. Okay, that was actually a really good play. That was a really good play by them. That's a really good offensive basketball for the OKC Thunder. Wow. I got nothing to say about San Antonio. OKC's offense looked amazing right there. Okay, yeah, so he gets Stephon. He tells Kaysen to cut to get Stephon out of gap, which is smart. Then he tries to drive on Champagne. See, and this is something he was doing a lot. This is something that I talked about in my reaction video to the Spurs was he wouldn't want to drive because obviously Wemby's right here, so he would result to these step backs. But Champagne, like he can full out close out on this because even if Shai does like a hezzy and drives, he's still have Wemby down there, so he's gonna fully close out. He's gonna get a good contest, I guarantee it. Yeah, very good contest, and Shai misses. I mean, that's a good shot, but still. Here, look at the gap here. Look at the gap held here. Weak side over here with Wemby. I mean, what do you have here? You can't. If you go this way, he's going right there. If you go that way, look at Vassell. He's literally just sitting there waiting on him. And he goes, look at that. He goes for another step back three. He can't do anything. There's gap help on both sides and Wemby down there, so he has to end up settling for the step back threes. And Stephon gets a ridiculous contest. He might even, it looks like he's about to foul him here. I don't know how he's going to hold his contest. Let's see. No, he gets out of the way. I mean, that's absolutely tremendous defense. Shai makes it. I mean, that sometimes that's going to happen. I mean, absolutely ridiculous shot from Shai. He's going to make those shots. But that's great defense by San Antonio. That's making it really hard on him. Let's see this attempt. Let's look. Wemby's on the floor here, guarding Caruso, which they did get a lot of open looks by this. I will say Shai drive and get Wemby to help and pass to Caruso, and he ended up having 30 points. Ooh, that was a pretty good move, and they're not set. It looked like Stephon's getting back on defense. Vassell, like, he'll probably end up going over, I imagine, because even if you pass the Chet, Wemby can help over. No, he doesn't. I mean, that's a great shot. It's a great shot for Shai. He just missed. But it's a really good look. Really good look there. Again, he can't really get fully downhill because Wemby's there. Here, if you're looking, Wemby's, I can't tell if he's on Wallace or Caruso. Probably be able to see, but he's not going to leave this. Yeah, I mean, he just sits there and waits for Shai. Wonder how Shai gets a shot here. Oh, yeah. So that was a great look by Alex Caruso, and Shai just misses a gimme. But that's a good play offensively for OKC. It's a really good shot for Shai. He just couldn't convert. How's this gonna be a Shai shot? Oh, a transition. Is this a transition play? Yeah. Oh, he missed. That's just really good defense by Castle, but that's a good shot from Shai. I mean, yeah, you would like for him to get in transition without Wemby there more. Okay, look, drives right by Devin Vassell. Literally just goes right around him, but Wembanyama, look at him coming over. Oh, this is when he gets blocked by Wembanyama. This was such a good play by Wemby. Just look at this. Shai does his little sidestep midi, and he gets blocked by Wemby. Absolutely ridiculous defense. Oh, it's insane. He's a freak of nature. Okay, so let's see the action they do. Yeah, they get A.J. Mitchell out, but Wemby's just not even going to follow him. He's just going to sit here and not let Shai. Look at this. He's literally just not letting Shai have a driving lane. Ooh, Shai actually gets around Wemby. That looks like he can finish that, does he? Oh, yeah, that was his and one. Yeah, it was. Great play by Shai getting around Wembanyama, and usually he can recover still, but no, that was fantastic by Shai Gilgeous Alexander. You would like to see more of that. Um, if you're an OKC fan, obviously, but it's tough. It's tough. Wembanyama is insane. This is going to be another transition play. Let's pause it right here. So Wemby does have to be careful because you have AJ Mitchell, but I could see a world where Shai goes into the step back again. We'll see what he ends up doing. I knew he was. He goes into the step back and watch Champagny. He's gonna get an absolutely amazing contest on this. It wasn't actually amazing. That's a pretty open look. Shai just missed. That's not a bad look. Okay, a pick and roll play again. So Wemby's right here guarding Caruso. He helps on that with Shai, but Shai probably here looks to get into the body of Wemby, I'd imagine. We'll see what he does. Yep, gets into the body of Wemby. Really good look, and he makes it. Yeah, that's a really good play by Shai. That's a really good process by Shai in the pick and roll. This is another turnover. Oh, yeah, this is the one where they said they should have passed to Caruso. Let's see. Let's pause it like frame by frame. Still here, you could wait a little bit, get Castle to commit a little bit more. Oh, come on. Here's where you probably wanna shovel that over. Dude, why is it doing that? Yeah, and because by this point, I mean Caruso would have had a layup, but he's trying to get going and just misses the shot. Misses the shot. He was frustrated. Wemby was causing problems a lot of the night. So, this I wish it showed more of the play, but they got him to the. So, I think J-Dub ran off this way, and then Shai came off this way into like single, so that he would have a one-on-one and no one on the side of the court, empty side. And then they're basically like saying, okay, Wemby has to make a decision here. If he comes and helps, we'll kick it to Chet. And Wemby probably should have came over and lived with that, but I guess, you can live with the tie instead. But Shai, I mean, he's blowing by Stephon Castle here, and Wemby doesn't move. It's really good by Shai and a really good play call by Mark Daynell. I mean, absolutely genius by Mark Daynell there. Another play, you're going to see gap here. You're going to see gap here, and you have Wemby on this weak side. Stephon, I mean, if he drives this way, Stephon's going to 100% help. Yep, look, he's ready to help. Julian Champagny's ready to help. And Shai's going to have to fall into a deep step back three because there's just nothing else he can do with gap on both sides. And Wemby down there, deep step back three, really good contest by Dylan Harper, and he ends up airballing this. Yeah, I remember that. I mean, just absolutely spectacular defense by San Antonio. It's really impressive. Really, really, really impressive. Caruso sets the screen, gets Stephon out of there, so you have Champagny on him. Wemby on this side again. Sizes him up. Gets right by Champagny. Goes right by him. But, I mean, Wemby, he's going to step up here. Oh, actually, Wemby kind of didn't do what I was expecting. Shai just missed it. I mean, that's a good look. Wemby didn't step up as much as I thought he would. Okay, here. Wemby. Over here again. They set the screen with J-Dub this time. Shai tries to just go right downhill. Vassell does a good job of cutting that off, but Shai spins. Wemby, he kind of has to hesitate to make a decision because he could always swing it out to Chet in that corner for a wide open three. And smart Shai doesn't hesitate. He just goes straight into the dunk, which was very good by Shai. Then Wemby then proceeded to hit a logo three after this, but that's besides the point of this. Okay, into double overtime now. Get it back to Shai. You see Wemby over here again. It's a common theme. It's where he can help over on all the drives. Dylan Harper, does he do good? He does a really good job staying in front, actually. Look at all this gap help. They're not going to give him a straight line drive. Devin Vassell, I mean, he's all the way in the gap. If he does decide to spin, I mean, Stephon Castle's literally not even paying attention to AJ Mitchell. He's coming over here to help. Ooh. That was actually a really good move by Shai. I forgot he got Dylan Harper to fall here. And then he did, in fact, miss, but a wide open look. It rolls out. It's a good shot by Shai. I mean, Shai still, even with how good this defense is, find a way to get open, and that's everything. Um, yeah, that those were all Shea shot attempts. I wanted to look at that to just kind of show, like, why he was struggling. Something that this doesn't necessarily show is Shea's. You know what I'm gonna try to do? Is there a way I can look at Shea's assists? If not, I'll just end this off. But okay, yeah, I don't think I can look at his assists. So I will end this by talking. You can look at the shot chart if you want. I'll keep it on this screen, but I will say, like, they were doubling him a lot at half court and just getting it out of his hands and, like, living with the advantage that OKC was getting. But because Wemby's always sitting down here on this side, even if they double him at half court and he swings it to a guy and they try to attack 4-on-3 with Wemby is just different. Like, you don't really have an advantage when you have Wemby down there because you can't shoot anything at the rim. So they were getting the ball out of Shea's hands a lot. They weren't really letting him get anything off. And then with that being said, even like what we just looked at with his shots, he was really having to settle for a lot of hard shots, and they were giving him nothing easy with the gap help and Wemby sitting in help over here. So really hard for Shai Gilgeous Alexander. I want to see them have more plays where they give him some post touches in here and let him work out of that instead of everything being up here and trying to get downhill or have to settle for these step back threes over here. But awesome game. Hopefully I'm allowed to do these film breakdowns because this is super fun. I really enjoy this, but we'll see if I get like a copyright. I'm gonna have to not do this anymore. But hopefully not. Hopefully when this comes out tomorrow, people watch. Hope you enjoy, and yeah, I'm out. This series should be spectacular. Deuces.